Guys, perfect square factoring here. So we have two questions here, and then we're going to see how we're going to use perfect square factoring formulas to it. So we have 8x squared plus 24x plus 18. So the first thing is to recognize that you are in front of a perfect square factoring. Okay, so you have three terms to begin with. And then the next thing you do is to be able to take the square root of each of the two terms, the first one and then the last one, to see if it's going to come out evenly. That means, is this one a perfect square or the other one also is a perfect square? That's the reason why we give it the name. Okay, so is 8 a perfect square? Meaning, is 8 a perfect square? Meaning, is there any number that can multiply itself to give you 8? No. Okay, a whole number? No. So how about 18? Okay, no. All right, so we don't have that number. So the next thing to do is what? So automatically, once you go through that and then you are not able to do that, so the best thing to do next is what? Look at the problem and see if you can use the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor comes always handy. So no matter what it is, no matter what the problem that you have as a polynomial, anytime you're struggling, the first thing you got to think about is, do I have anything in common to pull outside? If you do, always do that. First thing, okay? So is there anything in common for all these numbers here? 8, 24, 18. Yes, 2. All of them are even numbers, right? So they are divisible by 2. So 2 can come out. So if 2 comes out, so you're dividing everybody by 2 and 2. So this one will give you what? 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. All right? So this is what you have for this problem so far. Now, the next thing to do is, if you look at the problem again, you go the first and the last one. So, and then see, and then check again if you can take square root of them. So can we take square root of 4x squared? Yes, square root of 4 is 2. What about square root of 9, which is 3? Okay, bingo. So 4x squared will give you 2x, because 2x and 2x will give you 4x squared. And then square root of 9 is 3. Okay, and then the next thing, the third step is taking 2 times those two expressions. So that would give us what? So that would give us 2 by 3, 6, 6 by 2, 12. So that gives us 12x. Do we have 12x here? Yes. So once you go by these steps here, okay, so that's just like a little test. So once the test works, that's it. You're done. Okay, because once the test works, so that means that you're in front of what? 2x, which is your A, and then your B is 3, and then you square it. So you have 2 parentheses, 2x plus 3, you square it. 2x, and then the 3, you square it. That's it. Now, if you want to check it just to make sure that you get it right, is by taking this again and then expand it. And once you expand it, you should be able to get that problem back. So let's try that very quickly here. So if you want to expand this one, so it's like you have 2x. So this is our final answer here. So it's 2x, plus 3 times 2x plus 3, okay, because it's squared. Then this one is equal to 2 times, so you got to do the FOIL method, first and outer, so that gives you 4x squared plus 6x, and then you have plus 6x again plus 9, all right? And then you can multiply by 2 if you want to, or you can combine these two if you want to, it doesn't really matter. So you have 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. And then you multiply by 2, that'll give you what? 8x squared plus 24x plus 18, which is just the same thing as the original problem. So that tells you that you're definitely right. Okay? So that means you gotta really look into the problem and then take step by step, take your time, and then get this right. Once you get this right, your answer is right there. Okay? So take second question here now. So you have 3x to the third power minus 24x squared plus 48x. So the first thing you have to think about is, can I take the square root of this one? Can I take the square root of that one? Are they perfect square? Okay? So if they are perfect square, then you just apply the formula right away. But if they're not, okay? So so already when you look at square root of 3, which is not coming out as a perfect square, so already you should stop. You don't even need the second one, actually. So that means you want to look for a greatest common factor. Do you have anything in common to pull out? So do I have anything in common to pull out? 3. Do I have anything else? Because if you do have anything else, you got to take it out. Okay, so x is also in common for all of them, so you got to pull out 3x. So you divide everybody by 3x, 3x, and 3x, and then you end up with what? So this is x squared for the first one because 3 will cross out. Okay, minus 24 divided by 3, that will give us what? 8. So that's 8x, plus then 48 divided by 3, that gives us 6, because x has crossed out, so that gives you 16, sorry. And then when you multiply back, you should get this also back again, okay? So this is your greatest common factor. And then you go back inside the parentheses and be like, okay, now, am I able to take the square root of those two together now? I mean, not together, but separately. Can I take square root of x squared? Yes, that is x. And can I take square root of 16? Yes, because that is 4. Okay? So square root of x squared equals to x, and then square root of 16 is equal to 4, right? So once you get that, you come here, and then you have 3x, parentheses, x plus x minus 4. You got to be very careful, okay, because of the negative sign here. If you compare it to this one, this is a positive. So because of this one, which is a positive, so this one is also positive. But this one is negative, right? So this one is negative, so you have the square there. Okay? So is the x, is the 4, and the negative because of the negative sign in the middle. If this were to be a positive, this also would be a positive 4. So you're done. Finished. Okay? So you guys have now the task, you know, once you finish with this one, to check it out to see if it's going to give you the final answer. So you guys check it, okay? So that's your task to do, all right? And also, guys, do not forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as we are becoming a huge community now, so that you guys also will be able to see our videos firsthand. Thank you.